everybody, I'm Cam, that's Graham, and today we are doing our end of the year awards.
This was not an easy one
No.
to do because we were sitting there for like almost an hour just trying to figure out who do we have, because there's so many people that could have it and so many people that are just like on the complete other side that we had to throw in some
a lot of close calls, a lot of really fun awards that you guys will see in this video.
Yeah.
Starting off basic, but with a banger, we're going to go with the Offensive Player of the Year. I think the only two players you could consider are Puka Nacua and JSN.
And even considering those two, you can really only give one. It's JSN.
I would agree it's JSN. Not just because he made it to the Super Bowl, but he was better in both categories.
Yeah.
Good for him, though.
Sticking with the offensive theme, moving on to Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I got Travion Henderson. I mean, I think he's been solid and consistent all season long whenever they actually give him reps. He only had 3 carries in the last playoff game against the Broncos, while Ramondre Stevens had like 25 for some reason.
Yeah, and when you're looking at Offensive Rookie, there's a few good options, and surprisingly enough with this pick, I'm not taking Emeka Egbuka as Offensive Rookie of the Year. I would if his second half after the bye week was anything. That basically goes for the entirety of Tampa, though. Like, if anything after the bye week was good, it would be a completely different season. I'm actually going to go with Tedrow McMillan.
Moving on to the Defensive Player of the Year. It's Myles Garrett. No question about it. Sack leader. That's really all you need to do to win. Yeah. Best defensive player of all time. Not biased.
Yeah, I have Myles Garrett as well. You can't make the sack record and not win Defensive Player of the Year. Sticking with that, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I got Schlesinger. It might sound biased, but if you think about it, it's not. You know, Schlesinger led all rookies in tackles. He got a few interceptions, a few sacks. Really disrupted every team he went against. That is the guy that I want leading the Browns for many years.
Yeah, Schlesinger won Defensive Rookie of the Year, but you were saying he's being disruptive. You can't be disruptive enough with the Cleveland Browns, though. I don't see him sticking with the Browns for more than 3 seasons. He's going to want out, go somewhere better. Unless this new coaching deal is absolutely amazing.
He seems like a loyal guy to me. He was a walk-on on UCLA and stuck with his team for all the years he was in college. But if he does leave, it would be very heartbreaking. I would also like to give credit to Nick Emmanwori. He played phenomenal this year. And James Pierce. The Falcons have a great future at that defense. Yeah. Now we're moving on to the most beloved, most valuable player award. And that is no, I'm just joking. It's Matthew Stafford.
It's Matthew Stafford.
Even though you want it to be Drake May and I want it to be Drake May, it's not Drake May. It's Matthew Stafford. He had 15 more touchdowns. That's all you need to say.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford is just showing the Unk still got it, and he's not letting up. He maybe only has a couple more seasons before he retires, and then I don't know what the Rams are gonna do, but for now they still got him, and he's still putting in work. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, moving on to the least valuable player. A lot more of these to choose from.
Yeah, I don't know if this counts, but I'm going to take a whole group. I'm going to take the Chargers O-line. All of it except for Joe Alt. Yeah. I still love Joe Alt, but everybody else deserves to be in
not in the NFL anymore. Yeah, but you're talking about everybody except Joe Alt. Yeah, Joe Alt hasn't even played for most of the season, so you can't really blame him for the problems. But I actually have Geno Smith as the league's least valuable player. And
makes sense.
Yeah.
He led the league in picks, I think.
Yeah.
Coach of the year. Now, this is where it gets interesting because there were so many coaches worthy of it this year. But I'm going with Mike Vrabel as he turned a, 3-14, 4-13 Patriots?
3-14, I think.
3-14 Patriots to Super Bowl bound team.
Yeah. You're talking about, like, this year there's so many good candidates. Like, this is the year of the coach, whether it's good coaches showing what they can do or bad coaches showing why they shouldn't be here. But I actually have Liam Cohen just turning around what we thought was just like a Jaguars rebuild team into something that could actually be a legit contender.
Without Travis Hunter for most of the season. Kadarius Toney Award, this goes for the worst receiver / the one who drops the most balls.
This is a pretty easy one for me. It's A.J. Brown. Like, A.J. Brown was just so bad this past year for the Eagles. You can't.
My Kadarius Toney Award winner, I'm giving it to Brian Thomas Jr. Even though I want to give it to Jerry Jeudy so bad, Brian Thomas statistically had the most drops in the NFL, and I drafted him in fantasy, so that is biased, yes, but he was kind of very terrible this year. Kind of very terrible. Moving on to the coordinator of the year. I'm going to leave it plain and simple. I'm going to say Clint Kubiak. Good luck in Las Vegas, man.
Yeah, I've got Brian Flores because he was just doing some crazy stuff and it worked. Moving on to the Unk Still Got It Award.
I really like your pick here, but I'm going to go with Derrick Henry. I mean, at his age, you don't see production like that year in and year out like you do with him. I mean, this rarely happens when somebody hits 30. They're just, like, forgotten about. You know, Zeke, Le'Veon Bell, Dalvin Cook, so many of them. But Derrick Henry is a very big exception, and he's got my Unk Still Got It Award.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about you don't see really that much production from running backs, especially over 30, but we didn't really see much production from running backs at all this year, like past the first half of the season, right? Like, Jonathan Taylor was good, and then he just died, apparently. We got Nick Folk. Nick Folk has just proven that he can still be in this league, still kicking. I mean, kicking's not the hardest position to be in this league, but hey, it's still...
Considering the field goal record gets broken every year?
Now it does, seemingly.
Our second to last real award of the episode, it is the Comeback Player of the Year. And long story short, I'm just going to go CMC. I mean, he went from, I don't have any Achilles or ankles or knees or hips, shoulders, knees, and toes, to 2,000 scrimmage yards.
He got Madden cursed, and then apparently Saquon got it, not from the injury side, but just production and being on the Eagles still. But I've actually got Trevor Lawrence. He was like the most slept on quarterback this year.
Yeah. Second half of the season, Trevor Lawrence, which is a different breed.
Yeah, it was. I think he stole whatever Baker Mayfield had in the first half of the season, and he just kept it. But yeah, T-Law's got comeback player to me.
And it also goes hand in hand with your coach of the year, Liam Cohen. Just.
Yeah, that second half of the season with the Jags was just different, man.
Now we have Protector of the Year. I see a lot of people saying it's the first time it's the first time they're giving it out, so they should give it to a guy who didn't quite get to win it, Trent Williams. But we went with the actual best offensive lineman in the league, Penei Sewell.
Penei Sewell he's just a different breed of offensive lineman, man. He just changes whatever line he's playing with, like.
PFF, ESPN, he's always going to be ranked number one.
Right.
Madden, I mean,
yeah,
he is the best offensive lineman in the league.
Now we have the play of the year for each of our favorite teams. For Cameron, it will be the Browns play of the year, and for me, it will be the Buccaneers play of the year.
Well, I wanted to do the Shedeur Sanders pass to Isaiah Bond, like 50 yards down the field against the Raiders. But that wasn't a touchdown, and wasn't as significant as Myles Garrett getting the sack, cutting it close to the end of the game, really had everybody stressed. And, good for Myles Garrett, good for the Browns fan base. Jamar Chase and Zachary Taylor, you should be ashamed of yourself for being like, why did they stop the game? You weren't playing for anything. Shut up.
Right, you were literally just playing to say you beat the Cleveland Browns, which is literally not saying anything right now. But all right, for me, play of the year. Again, I was split between two because it was either the Baker Mayfield's 3rd and 14 run that was like he should have been down like 4 separate times in the span of that 14 yards. But I ended up going with Tez Johnson's first touchdown catch because it was just a complete dime from Baker. It was just a perfect pass.
Pretty funny moment too. Now we have the clutch player of the year, and this is undoubtedly everybody's guy. It's Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
that man was insane at the end of the season. From week 15 on, you better watch out for Caleb Williams. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, next season, I could honestly see the Bears, at least winning the division again.
He threw a fadeaway ball 30 yards down the field to Cole Kmet, wide open to tie the game, and then he lost in overtime. But
hey, he did his best. And just giving credit.
Next, we have the most fireable coach, which means they haven't been fired yet, but they really should be. And I just plain and simple, Zachary Taylor. I mean, he's the most deserving in the AFC North to be fired, and the only one that wasn't. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. We're not even to the Super Bowl yet. We got so much extra time. He could still go. Same with my pick, Aaron Glenn. He could definitely still go. He definitely should go.
Maybe they see like a Robert Saleh thing in them. They're like, all right, we messed up Saleh. Can't mess this guy up. Give him a second chance. But Saleh's a good coach, and Aaron Glenn's not. So
it's the Jets. It's where talent goes to die. Okay, it's MetLife Stadium. It's everything. And I know all 10 of you are surprised that I'm not taking Todd Bowles as my most fireable coach of the year.
Now we have the most improved player to end it off. And I'm just going to say Parker Washington, man. That man didn't know who he was. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know who he was at the beginning of the season. Then I see he is the number 1 receiver on Jacksonville all of a sudden. I'm like, this guy's insane. I think that's worthy of being the most improved.
Yeah, and I have to go with Drake May for this one. And mainly that's just because Patriots fans are going to find my house if I don't take this pick. But Drake May, just last year he was just like a complete nobody. He just okay, it's just Patriots are just taking a rebuild quarterback.
Yeah,
now he's in the friggin' Super Bowl.
He went from some promise to, okay, he's the next guy. He's the next guy for the league.
He's Tom Brady Part 2, and somebody sent help. But, yeah. And one more award that we... And now, one more award, we got Fall Off of the Year. So the player that was good last year, that this year just don't know what happened to him.
I'm just going to spit some name out, so I'm thinking of. We got DK Metcalf. He went from one of the best receivers in the league to I'm punching a Lions fan. We got Justin Fields. I mean, he wasn't very good before, but throwing 16 yards against the Broncos, are we serious? Yeah, that's my pick. I'm going to go with Justin Fields. He went from... He might be good. I mean, there was some promise in him going as a Jets quarterback. I thought the Jets were going to be okay with Justin Fields, and he proved everybody right. He proved all the doubters right.
It's ironic. The Jets had 0 defensive interceptions. They had a lot of offensive ones.
Oh.
But sticking with the theme of Ohio State quarterbacks, I gotta go with C.J. Stroud, man. He wasn't an above and beyond great player by any means, but he was at least competent. And then you go into this year, and it's just like, what happened? He's doing nothing. The only reason the Texans were winning games was because of that defense.
Oh, and that will do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you could change in the comments down below. And we'll see you in the next video.